Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Sorry, you're part of the family. If you click play, you're part of the family. No take back seas. So you might as well go ahead and click the like button and the bell for all of our next videos. And go check out our playlist, too. We got extensive playlists of all of the videos we've been checking out. Now, I didn't get on here so I can tell y'all all about what we got going on. But since we're here, make sure y'all check out our sponsored company, BlueMonsterPrep.com. They have everything you need just in case you need something. You don't know that you need it, but you might need it. But before you even buy anything from BlueMonsterPrep.com, I want to tell y'all this. Make sure that you and your family are fully protected, got everything you need as far as waters, tissues, soaps, foods you can eat, canned goods. So when you do check them out, make sure you put in the code LFR if you get something so that you can get free shipment everywhere in America. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, Tucker Carlson, my man Tucker Carlson, the guy you didn't like before, but he covered this story about MSNBC's race obsession. Now, if anyone who know me know that I used to be blackety black. Blackety black. The white man did this. The black man, we can't, man, they holding us back. That we can't do this and we can't do that. Man, this is set up. It's all in the system. I don't care what you do, you ain't gonna win. But then I realized how negative I was sounding. And you do sound negative when you speak like that, only because you're bringing up the past so much. You're tapping into the lack and not focusing on what we already prosper with. I mean, we've come a long daggone way, so why do we continue want to bring the conversation back to race? Reason why is because it's lucrative to some people. If we don't bring it up, then we're not meeting our quotas. Some people feel like they're keeping it real. We got to keep it real. I have a platform, and with my platform, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to talk about the blackness of the blackety black and what all the white people are doing to us and how racism and slavery is still around. You know what? It might be some truth and relevance to what you're saying, but guess what? If you operate minus tact and you say things to your public that you don't want said to your people, think about that. Because what you're about to hear right now from Tiffany Cross, I'm about to show y'all something from what Tucker Carlson said more than 2 weeks ago on one of his Fox videos. And now they end up firing her. I don't know if they fired her because of this video, but it might have very well been like, whoa. They probably seen this and said, we might want to have some conversations. And then they started having some conversations and realized, whoa, we are allowing people on our network to do this. Now, guess what? After I play this video, well, I'm gonna play it right now just so y'all can see what I'm talking about, and I'll give my point in a minute.
Many of us have seen the dangers when powerful white people decide they want something, they annex it. And they've never had a problem replacing the people who stand in their way.
We see American white people are going crazy. They're resorting to violence.
We see American white people, they're going crazy. They're resorting to violence. We see American white people, they're going crazy. They're resorting to violence because that's the only people we see on the news going crazy, resorting to violence. See, I got something to say in a minute.
This is literally what conservative white folks do when they don't get their way. They turn violent.
You see what's happening, right? Y'all see what's happening?
White people deputizing themselves in some position of authority to have jurisdiction over their life when they need to mind their blanking business.
I don't think it's our responsibility to be tasked with destroying and dismantling the racial oppression that's against us. That's just saying we're more at fault than the white people who constructed this system and the white people who continue to practice institutional racism.
A majority of white people do not support policies that would unpack and unroll and reform this system of justice. This is what they want. Matt Gaetz is giving the white folks what they want.
White replacement can strangle culture. So yes, we should all be concerned about white replacement. It is, after all, a very threat to our survival here.
Now, white replacement, I don't know exactly what she's talking about with white replacement, but I do know this. If any of the things that they're saying on their news network Miss Tiffany Cross and everyone else that she was interviewing, people sitting there, you know, trying to be as black as possible. I got my black fro out. It's you know what I mean? Let me tell you something. There's no way in hell a white person can get away with going on their networks and saying exactly what they are saying on MSNBC, but just flip it around. Just replace the white people with black people. If a white person came onto the daggone the news talking about black people are going crazy, they committing all these crimes. Look at the black people, they're crazy. They're crazy. There's only one person I hear saying that, and that's probably Jesse Lee Peterson. And that's probably why a lot of people don't like him, because he just like to start these type of conversations. Like when he has someone on his show, he asks them, why are black people so daggone wild? What's going on with black culture? Because he wants to start the conversation. I bet none of them people will invite Jesse Lee Peterson onto their show, because this comes off as extremely racist, and you cannot cure anything that you believe is still there that's negatively impacting your people. And I say your people using air quotes, because it's wild that we only claim people that look like us. And that's crazy. We're like, oh, you got some pigmentation, you got some melanin. You my people. Yeah, I see you, bro. I got you, and you got me. All right. Which is complete BS. It's complete BS. If white people were to get on these on any of these news channels and say what these black people are saying, it would not go well at all. And we know that. So being that we know that, and I'm talking about black people, being that we know that, we slide by saying whatever we want to say, daring the other race to say something publicly so that we can play the race card. We want to play the race card. Why? It's whack. At some point, we need to start actually discussing how to fix things in this country, man. Listen to what Tucker Carlson says about this right here. Then I'm gonna be done, I promise you.
Is there anything worse than white people? They're violent, they're heartless, they're cruel, they're deranged, they're secretive, they're dishonest. In fact, as you just heard Tiffany Cross say, white people are a mortal danger to you and your loved ones. They threaten your life. Are they poisoning the wells? Are they baking bread with the blood of your children? If not, according to Tiffany Cross and MSNBC, they're fully capable of doing those things.
You know, a young lady, I just now posted a video on Instagram where a young lady said that black people need to stop inviting white people to our cookouts, because white people used to eat black people at their cookouts. So I'm like, okay, here we go with the BS again. Here we go with the BS again. Like, we would dig as far back as possible to the most darkest days and just try our best to make it relevant for today, just so we can feel like we share some of the oppression that people actually faced back in those days, back in those times. And we feel like we're going through the same exact thing, and we are not. But we walk around with such heavy loads of survival's remorse, and we have to bring ourselves back into the struggle for some strange reason. I have absolutely no clue as to why we do this, but we do it often, unapologetically. And then we get on other people who don't want to have anything to do with it. You try to bring it up and you try to complain about race issues to someone who's also black, who ain't got time for that, who's focusing on real life, who's focusing on their day-to-day problems, who's focusing on their families, who's focusing on their own careers, who's focusing on their own health, or their family or friends' health. They are just paying attention to what's important to them in their day-to-day life. But something that we like to do is constantly remind them of the days of old where we were under the foot of people who just had horrible spirits, bad hearts, and just was taking advantage of modern day business, modern day currency. That was once people. It's still people. Like, we still have things going on that's horrible. I got you on that. So I'm guessing that these people that we're highlighting are just deciding to spend their lives focused on those bad things rather than focusing on the good things. Because for some strange reason, we want to sit there and act as if, like, we put on blinders when it comes to things that destroys our argument, because we want to be one-sided with everything. We want to be one-sided. It's only them that's doing bad, not us. Oh, we doing bad again. Not paying attention, not paying attention, not paying attention. They only doing it because they don't have fathers in the house. They only doing it because they don't have resources like everyone else has resources. They only doing it because of slavery. Ain't no out there robbing people because of slavery. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. Ain't nobody pulling nobody out like, Slim, get out that car. Get out that car. Slavery. Take off them shoes. Slavery. That's a nice jacket you got on. Come up out of it. Slavery. Cut it out. Cut it out. At some point, we need to take accountability for us and stop getting on social media platforms blaming everyone else. Like she just now said on one of her videos, the white people need to mind their business. Mind their business? Riddle me this. Do you think the help that's coming to urban communities or black families by way of checks, by way of programs, do you think that that's only coming from black taxpayers? Because as soon as a dime of my money is going into somebody else's pocket, I am now vested. I can discuss what's going on over there. It's no longer just your business. But that's just me. And now she's out of a freaking job because she don't know how to play the game. That's what it is. That's what it is. See, you got a whole bunch of friends who are telling you, yeah, speak up, girl. You look cute, girl. You fly on your show and you talking your sugar honey iced tea. Give them that work. How long did you expect for this to go on? MSNBC is not BET. It's not owned by black people that's just going to allow you to just say black, 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 black. Black is better, white is not. Black is better, white is not. The white people is the problem. The white people the problem. The white people. MSNBC ain't going to allow that, but for so long. Now, if it was private, maybe. Are they going to still allow it? Absolutely. Because there are people who did not lose their jobs. Tiffany Cross lost hers. Some other people might be about to lose theirs. Who knows? Who knows what's in the water? At the end of the day, we need to start taking accountability and stop blaming everybody else, because your rhetoric has caused you to lose your job. Now, are you tripping? I don't think you're tripping. I think you're going to have a job real quick. You might even have a higher paying job with more freedom to talk your stuff, to say, oh, I ain't working for them now. I'm on Charlamagne's show. I can say whatever I want to say now. F these white people. They ain't doing nothing for us. But then it's the white people that's paying for everything that you're paying, your bills and all that. They're making sure that you still eat. But let's see how this go. Let's see how this go. It don't have to be black against white. For some strange reason, we feel like in order to get better as a people, it has to be black against white. It does not. It does not. And then the black people who are coming from my way of looking, who's saying, yo, focus on your family, focus on yourself, your strengths, and weaknesses so that you can make sure that you make them better. But make sure that those are on point. The things that you can control, control that. And if you can put some positivity in the world, do that. But you can also take up for a group of individuals that you think are disenfranchised with positivity, with work, just constantly doing what you do on a daily basis. If you're this ultimate professional and you have a clear lay of the land, then you should be able to do this without throwing insults, without acting as if the people who look just like you aren't also acting a damn fool. That's my 2 pennies. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside of the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing per usual. Love y'all. And don't forget, BlueMonsterPrep.com. Go check it out. See you next time.